Olá, internautas que estão navegando na página do Jornal da Globo. Vocês agora vão ver a entrevista com o B-52's na íntegra. Vamos conversar com eles. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi. Long time no see you here.
In Rio, yes, 16 years.
Yeah. We're back, though.
You're back.
We're back.
We are glad you're back.
Good.
Yeah? And B-52's produces a unique kind of music, I think so. Just like Santana, Nirvana, or, the Police, for instance. Do you think that's the major reason for your sound keeps timeless, generation after generation? You think so?
Well, we have influences, but I think when we get together, we just create our own world, which we all live in, which is parallel to this one. And we just do different types of songs. We don't sit there and think, let's do a top 10 hit. We want to just do good songs.
We do some of our top 10 hits, though.
Yes, we've had top 10 hits. But...
And I think a lot of it, too, is just that, a band sound is about the different people in the band. It's the chemistry, a particular chemistry, and you put these people together, and it's just a certain thing happens, and that's what we discovered the very first time we jammed, we played together. We went, wow, hey, this has a sound, and it just was built in. So, we didn't really, sit down and think, all right, let's have Farfisa organ, let's have Mosra guitar, and we did what we wanted to do, which was basically create dance music, because we were going to parties and dancing to a lot of R&B and James Brown. So we knew we wanted to make dance music, but that...
The first song we did was Killer Bees, and this dates it because Killer Bees had just arrived in Brazil. And so we had this song called Killer Bees in Brazil. So our first song was about Brazil and killer bees.
Yeah, and we never recorded that song.
We just took all the things we heard about read in the paper about killer bees in Brazil and turned it into a dance song.
The very first line is, we were down in Brazil.
Oh, really?
And isn't that wild? And here we are.
Well, actually, the first words are buzz, 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 buzz.
Georgia State has a very strong music tradition, mainly in Southern rock. But there never had any elements of this style in your work.
Well, George is there.
Well, Love Shack is actually... and a lot of songs on Cosmic Thing, and all through our
Dry County
songs, yeah.
And I think some of our harmonies have kind of a mountain harmony kind of thing to it. Southern,
Yeah, you're right.
And I would like to add, I think you don't expect it with our music, but it's very R&B based, it's very blues based, because even the riff on Private Idaho, for instance, if you listen to it and you slow it down, it's a very bluesy riff, but we did everything really fast and punky, so,
yeah.
I'll do it tonight.
Yes.
Turn it back.
You're right. I danced your songs since I was a teenager, and your songs are still at the parties. How you feel about that? Why this is happening? Do you think your songs are really timeless?
Well, we like to create a party on stage. We want the audience to be a part of what we're doing, because we really feed off the audience's energy, and we give them energy. And so it's like everyone's in it together, and everyone has just a great time.
And let's remember Rock in Rio. It was an unforgettable
Yes.
show. I think so.
Yeah.
I was a little child, but my sister went to your show and she loved it, and my father too. And what do you think about Brazilian audience? You remember something about that show? What do you remember?
It was huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
We went in a helicopter. The crowd was so big. Yeah, it was amazing.
And all the bands were really great. We got to meet like the Go-Go's and Nina Hagen. And
We must have stayed here quite a while, because we went to Corcovado, and we went on a boat, and we went swimming.
We went to Salvador.
You went to Salvador?
Yeah, see.
Enjoy it?
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it. The buildings are just all the different colors, and the people and the music. I remember there was a band of drummers just all of a sudden came down the street. And it was just like, what is this place? This is great.
we want to do a tour of Brazil, an even bigger tour next time.
Yeah? Want to come back?
Yes.
So you're already speaking Portuguese.
Si.
Si.
Hola.
Hola. you like Brazilian song? Brazilian music?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Gilberto Gil is one of my favorites. We actually met him when we came down that time. He liked the band, and he invited us to his studio, and we dropped by for a little bit.
Bebel Gilberto is one of my favorites. I love her.
She's wonderful.
And Esther Gilberto.
Of course.
And we're all fans. Yeah, Jobim.
We have a song called Theme for a Nude Beach, and that music was inspired by Brazilian music. If you listen to it, you'll hear the influences, but it's I was really into that, listening to a lot of Brazilian music at the time.
And we also have Girl from Ipanema Goes to Greenland, too.
Yeah, I wanted to take the girl from Ipanema and let her go someplace, totally different and find herself,
Great. And you create your clothes. The 80s are coming back. Young people are wearing this kind of clothes and 80 clothes.
Uh-oh, big shoulder pads.
Yeah. And
No, which is everyone wears what they want to wear. I mean, in early on, we wore thrift store clothes from used clothing stores and stuff, and that inspired our look. It wasn't like, let's do this as a look. It was just our look in Athens. We dressed like that in Athens. Mm-hmm. And now we just high fashion.
you like fashion?
Yeah, sure. I like to look good, and sometimes bad.
Sometimes, no, you're looking good. I like it too.
We love a bargain. We still love a bargain. As he said, we started out just going to, there was a thrift store in Athens called the Potter's House, and we used to just raid that, buy stuff. And it happened to be a lot of 60s, great 60s clothes there. And that our look sort of evolved out of what we wore to parties. So, and now we just wear, we love a bargain still, but we like to look a little more high fashion.
Mm-hmm. And